One?
Hello, everybody. I always say 3, 2, 1, and then I wait a minute so that whichever one of you decides to yell something, it gets cut off before it comes out.
I will juke the system one day. One of these days. It'll happen.
Welcome to Delve Requisite, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Right here in Proficiency Bonus. We are back for another exciting episode. Before we begin, let's thank our sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. You can get a link to either of those websites by typing !Little Dragon or !CCG into chat during tonight's stream. Little Dragon Corp is a purveyor of fine polyhedral dice for your tabletop gaming needs. And if you choose to buy one of their fine products, you can use our code BONUS at checkout for 15% off your order. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp, and thank you, Cardboard Castle Games. Let us begin. It's a very abrupt start. We need like an intro bit that we do every week to ease people into this.
Yeah, you know what?
We haven't eased into a single thing this entire time.
You know what? Let's roll it back a minute here. Let's just roll it back.
Let's do
just
that.
Be like,
I'm gonna eat some
hello,
yogurt.
everybody.
Is that an entire bowl of ice cream?
No, Jason. It's an entire bowl of Greek yogurt.
Why is it chunky?
Because it's Greek yogurt.
It is Greek yogurt with Pedialyte in it. No, it's Greek yogurt. It's Greek yogurt with peanut butter, PB2 powder mixed into it, and some granola.
Well, I for one am really excited. We had a power bomb last time from the top rope.
We did have a power bomb from the top rope.
From Rowan there. That was fun.
Who's that? It's Rowan! In steel armor!
Walter again trying to mold Earth for God knows how many times.
On a surface that was not dirt.
And a surface that was never dirt.
As has continued to be tradition, literally every time Jason has tried to use that spell, he goes, "What's the floor made out of here?" And I go, "Not dirt, idiot!" And then we move on.
What's the ground like?
One of these days, you guys are gonna have a fight in like an open field, and Jason's going to
Walter.
Jason's gonna he's gonna be like the final image
World
on
War I
that
trenches.
It'll be
on
the
that,
week that Jason's not here.
Yeah.
My moment has come, and I am not here.
I can see this like I can see this like a war moment going over the hill and being like, Walter. Look! It just fields of dirt.
And he digs a single 5-foot hole.
I feel accomplished. I feel necessary.
The first time the ground is dirt, Walter's gonna like ascend. Like an elevated being just get lifted into the sky.
That was like that's like trying to do what is it? Stone speech with the dwarf.
Stone. No, stone cutting. Stone
cutting. Trying to find anything made with stone. Being like, is this made of stone? Is this made of stone in here? Can I read it? Can I read
Matt
this
knows when Curtis and I are playing a dwarf. Matt knows we're about to stone cutting because one of us will go.
What kind of stone is that, bitch?
There are little things you pick up. You just know you need to develop a sense for as a DM when you do something long enough, especially with a group of the same people for a long time. And in my case, one of those things is I do always have to be ready to pull out an interesting, if useless, fact about any particular like stone feature that may come up at any point during the game.
And also Zerkwood.
That, and I need to know if things are or are not Zerkwood at any point.
Is it Zerkwood? Right here.
Well, now that we've done a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense to anybody except us,
doesn't matter.
Let's hit our recap. So, the party is currently in the city of Zresa in the Kingdom of Honorand, where they have kind of some downtime. You have the next part of your dangerous ongoing mission against the Brotherhood of Artanis and their nefarious plots upcoming to you. You know that there is a piece of Arcanotech that is currently in the possession of the Ignean Empire that you need to get your hands on so that you can use it to look into the past and gain insight into the Brotherhood of Artanis' goals and the information that they have been using to stay one step ahead of you and all of the other kingdoms of Orahol currently. Your new ally, the Speaker of the Free Peoples, Zorala, has told you that she can open a path through the Verdant Wild directly to the capital city of Shivasanvari, the Ignean Empire's capital, where you can then try and recover this piece of Arcanotech out of the Emperor's clutches. but she would need time to prepare the crossing. In that time, you guys have chosen to acquaint yourself with the city of Zresa, doing some shopping, helping the locals with a capybara problem, and most recently enrolling yourselves in essentially an amateur wrestling league run by Vince McManticorn, who is offering both cash prizes and a rare magical item as a prize for becoming the champion of his fighting arena. Already laden with 1,000 gold coins from winning a tag team duos match. The party is now participating in a cage match, a free-for-all cage match, to obtain a grand prize and a magical relic, a champion's belt of dwarven make. Unfortunately, the other combatants in this cage match seem to have been replaced. They are no longer whimsical caricature wrestling combatants. They appear to be actual assassins who are trying to kill you. You guys have broken into combat. You have slain 2 of your 5 assailants currently. You have pretty heftily wounded another 2. And one of them is, as of yet, still in fairly good condition. I will remind you, the half-orc, the human of your enemies, are both pretty wounded. The halfling has relatively not gotten too much into the fray yet, and a tiefling and a tabaxi were the other 2 of these assassins that are now dead on the floor of this arena. Vince McManticorn is running around the outside of the cage, shouting and doing equal parts, trying to warn you off of doing harm to his arena or his crowd, and equal parts kind of hyping up the fact that this is sort of become a blood sport right now, and he's going to capitalize off of this. You can sort of see the idea cloud of t-shirt sales in his mind as you fight for your lives inside this cage. We last left as Rowan successfully being oopsie daisied up to the top of the cage by Zresa, managed to snatch the prize belt off of the hook that it was on the top of the cage, keeping it out of the hands of one of the assassins, dropped back to the ground, and simply in order to free her hands, just quickly put it on and instantaneously spouted a glorious, flowing red beard. That is where we have left off. You guys are... we'll keep you right in initiative. I have your initiative from last week. And with Rowan having been the last one to take a turn, that means that Brahm, it is actually your go in combat. So to remind you, there is a half-orc, a human, and a halfling still up. The halfling and the half-orc are both currently entangled by your magic, your ensnaring string instrument cables are holding these guys down. The human is unbound. He managed to get out of this area. He had been trying to climb the cage, but he lost his last turn as you hit him with a round of Otto's irresistible dance out of your accordion, which he shook off the spell, but he did lose his turn. So he's he had just about to start to climb, so he's 15, 20 feet away from you guys, but still on ground level. The other 2 guys are right up in your faces. That being the case, what would you like to do?
It's Brom's turn?
Brom.
Brom's top of the order?
Brom's top of the order now.
Brom's bottom of the order, but he's where we
next.
started today.
That's why I was confused. I was I definitely
He ended
rolled
with me, so now it's definitely you.
Rowan, we finished on Rowan's turn, so Brom is up next, even though he's at the bottom of the order.
the guy made his save on the concertina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Rowan. And is there anybody like meleeable?
Yep. Either the orc or the half orc or the halfling.
Who looks like they've taken more damage?
You can make a perception check.
That's a natural 1. I don't see anything.
Yeah, they actually, you're not even sure which of the 5 of them is still alive at this point. Really could be any of them.
Cool.
Really could be anybody.
No,
Swing
so
away.
the half orc and the human both look bloodied.
All right, I'll go
The halfling does not appear to have suffered too much damage, but the human is not close enough to you to hit.
Okay.
Your choices are the half orc or the halfling.
I'll go for the halfling.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attack with. I assume we were allowed to bring our weapons into this thing, right?
Yeah, you guys were not disarmed. You were you're
Um,
not supposed to be using them in the fake wrestling portion of this, but I never stripped you of them. Plus, it would have been real shit to have you fight these assassins.
Has anybody
with,
else Has anybody else used their weapons yet?
Yeah, we've
and
definitely
all of
murdered
these
people
guys immediately
with magic.
came at you with knives.
Yeah, this is where the change happens. We were fist fighting
21
like
to hit.
21 to hit. Yes, that hits.
Halfling is the one that was trying to go up the wall.
No,
right?
human was
No,
going up the wall.
human.
Okay,
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
and they are currently. Is anybody still restrained, or are they all dead?
The human the human is not restrained. The halfling and the half orc are both still restrained.
Okay, so that has advantage.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll your. See if you get a nat 20. Roll that to hit again.
Did not.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Brom? You've done bonus action. You've done action. Okay. Then we will come to the top of the order with Alar, or Quicksilver, as he is currently known.
Yeah, I'll go after the halfling.
All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Damn it, that's a 19. Okay, so that hits.
Yes, it definitely hits.
2, 4, 5. Ooh. That's good. That's very good. 8, 18, 19, 7, 26. 29 points piercing and
Okay.
4 points thunder.
Okay. See. My lights are flickering. You stab into that halfling with your collapsible rapier. He struggles to block your rapier with his dagger, but he's not able to, as the bindings of the cables holding him keep him from properly parrying. And you stab into his abdomen. Pull the blade out. He's still on his feet, but he definitely looks worse for wear. Anything else, Alar?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, Walter. The Grim Creeper.
Grim Creeper. It's time for some war crimes again.
Uh-oh.
But I'm out of spell slots, so we're gonna go with cantrips instead. Yay! Woo! The human was the one that was bloodied and had attempted to
Scale the wall.
right?
Yeah. So
Alright,
he is at range to you.
He is in range. He is going to. I'm gonna chill touch him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Does a 22 hit?
Well, boy howdy, it sure does.
Oh right. It's a solid 10 points of necrotic damage,
10
and
points.
as I go to like grab him to stop him from moving with my little chill touch hand, it'll cling to him, and he cannot gain hit points until the start of my next turn. So if he tries to heal right now, it will do nothing.
Okay.
And if he happens to be undead, he has disadvantage against me for whatever reason.
Well,
Not
I guess
yet.
that remains to be seen. Okay,
I
cool.
used my spell slot.
Osrius, that brings us to you.
Okay. Let me hit at the half orc, I guess.
Alrighty. Roll to hit.
Okay. I am going to hit him, I guess, twice. We'll go twice, and we'll rage while I'm doing it.
Alrighty.
And that is going to be one of them being the wrong dice. And the other one, okay, so one is 19, while the other one is a 17.
Both hit. 2 hits.
Oh. Wait. 2 these. One is going to be a 14 plus 3, 17, and then the other one is just going to be a 8. So 17 and 8.
Okay.
And they also get 3 fire damage each.
Okay. And
That's right. I'm nearby too. So 3 more points.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Nope, we're good with this. We accept this fire damage.
everybody takes 3 points of fire damage. As there's like
Worth it.
steam pipes shooting fire off of Osrius's back. Dr. Ostopus, as he's been dubbed.
Yeah.
Okay. You hack into this half orc twice with your great axe. The first one, he puts this dagger up to try and block you. You cleave into the dagger. The blade of the dagger shatters, leaving him with instead of a foot-long dagger, it's now 4 inches of jagged blade.
Okay.
And the axe, you just continue, and the axe cleaves into the meat of his clavicle, and his non-dagger hand that he was using to support his hand just instantly goes limp and dead at his side. You rip the axe back out and chop into the side of his leg, and his leg crumples and he goes down to one knee. He still has that shattered piece of dagger in his hand, and he's still conscious, but he is
He's pretty.
he's like a death rattle comes out of him as he's oh, and,
He's not going to be climbing.
blood
For the...
comes out. He will not be climbing anymore now.
Cool,
there goes
cool,
his
cool.
dancing career.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to the assassin's turn. So there are 3 of them left. The human is going to run back over, he wades through the difficult terrain of Brahms and Tangle to come back over to you guys. And the halfling is going to take 2 attacks at Alar.
Okay.
Who just stabbed him. He's at disadvantage still because he's entangled.
Yep.
The first attack, the lower is a 11.
Miss.
And the second attack, the lower is a... the lower is the same for both because you rolled 2 of the same thing. 21.
Definitely hits.
So he hits with that one. You are going to take...
Can I impose with my protection an extra disadvantage on that and make you roll again? My protection fighting style and shield knock him.
I don't think that's how it works, but sure. I'll roll a 3rd die.
Just in case.
He rolls a nat 1, son of a bitch!
No damage to
All
Aylar.
right, no damage to Aylar.
Yeah, he caught Alar napping. It's one of those, oh shit, and all of a sudden there's
Just a shield.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
see like
cast mulligan.
the dagger is like coming for your neck, and you're like, ugh! And all of a sudden you just hear like, pling, and you look up, and Rowan has just like put her shield in front of you.
Alar, your shield spell is far more corporeal than mine is.
Actually, it's not even didn't even require your arm, Rowan, because
No.
like your
I'm right
your
there.
shield is flying. You have your
Yeah.
animated shield, so like you're still fighting a dude, and the shield just goes like bloop, blocks the stab, and then comes back to you. Very good. Okay, so that's the guy attacking Alar. The human who moved into position is going to attack, I think, Brahm, because this entangle spell is really causing a problem. He's not entangled. So
I'm losing track of people. I thought the human came back towards us. The half-orc was entangled, and a halfling.
half-orc and halfling are both entangled.
Yeah.
The human was away,
okay.
but has
Okay.
come back over here and is trying to attack Brahm.
Got it. My brain.
And he's not entangled, so he's just making 2 attacks straight.
Did he have to walk past any of us to get there?
You guys are all basically like we've been playing
Yeah.
this like everybody's just in a line. So like I have not been messing with anybody like entering or leaving threat ranges to move from like person to person. When people move like away from the fight, I've been doing that. But like he basically runs from like over here back up to the line of you guys. So there's no attacks of opportunity, but he is in like stabbing range of all 5 of you now, essentially. Brahm, the lower of the 2 attacks is a 16, which I assume hits twice.
No, 16 is the mark.
Oh right, you got
No,
beefed up AC now, right?
Yes.
What is your
Look at all that
AC's
beef.
what?
Oh, 16 is my AC.
Oh, then he hits twice.
Yes.
Okay. So you are going to take 20 points. Actually 26 points of piercing damage. And a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that
What's
big
the
bonus
damage
of
if I
con.
fail?
12.
And it's half if I.
No, it's 12. Or sorry, it's 24 if you fail. It's 12 if you succeed.
Well, I succeeded, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna down.
So you take half? Okay, so you take 12, and that is enough to drop you to 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But-
Brahm...
I have relentless endurance, which means
You dropped to 1 instead!
To 1.
Yeah,
That's true. So Brahm staggers and like something deep in your blood stirs and you feel this like rush of like and you get back to your feet. You're concentrating on that entangle, correct?
Yes.
So make a concentration check on that one.
that's half damage or
I
DC
rolled a
time, whichever's
19,
higher.
so I'm sure that's enough.
Let me find out. You took 26 plus 12. You took 38 points of damage. The mark is exactly a 19, so you just
Actually,
maintain concentration.
Yeah. Because it's just a straight
Jesus.
D20 roll, right?
No, it's
No,
D20
it's
plus
D20 plus
Constitution.
your constitution.
Oh, well then it was a
24.
it was a +4, so it was a.
Oh, okay, then you're fine. You maintain, the mark was a 19. You maintain concentration, your entangle stays up. Okay. Then the third and final person, the half-orc from the ground, is going to try and stab Osrius at 2 disadvantaged shots.
I spit in his face.
Wait till your turn to do that, buddy. Action economy.
I'm pretty sure.
The lower of the first attack is a 2. The lower of the second attack is a 4.
Yeah, the way that you're describing him, I'm sorry, but he doesn't really have much of a brain power to make this decision.
He doesn't have much. He doesn't have much left in. I mean, basically, you like the move that
marks
this guy
himself
does.
to
Like
sleep.
he knows he's dead. Like he's even if you don't like kill him in a second with like your axe. Like
Yeah.
this dude knows he's about to bleed out, and basically he like this is the last move of like a man who like
The last act of
He's
a
just like,
desperate man.
I'm gonna try and take you with me if I can. And he
Okay.
basically tries to stab you like in the inside of your leg, in your femoral artery, with this poison dagger shard to see if like it's just like I'll take you with me as I go, bitch. But he misses, so it doesn't do that.
Pretty wildly.
That is their turn. Rowan, that brings us to you. So the half orc is very badly injured, hobbled on the ground essentially. The human is pretty badly injured himself, and the halfling is bloodied.
Rip his notes off.
I don't really have a choice in this scenario, and I just cure wounds Braum at 3rd level because he keeps getting the shit knocked into him. So 3rd level is 3d8 plus 3. So please hold while I do math that I should be able to do much faster than this.
Please hold.
Oh, not bad. $21 points of healing to Braum. And
How is everybody else doing?
that is a you problem because that's all I am doing this round. I'm just
No,
I
my
can't-
question is. My question is on my turn whether I'm going to heal myself or heal other people.
Heal yourself.
The answer,
I can
the
either-
answer is
I am
I can
barely.
either heal myself only, or heal a bunch of us.
I'm barely touched, man.
I am less than half, but
Okay,
it's fine.
then I'll When it gets to my turn, I'll
Yeah, well,
Your turn is
mask
next.
I'll mask your wounds. Oh, well,
Your turn
I'm
is
gonna
next.
mask your
It's your
wounds,
Okay.
Fabrica magic.
which is up to 6 feet. So all of us, anybody who's within 30 feet of me,
It's everybody.
who I like.
That you like.
who I like.
So you yourself
back 21
you're
points of
5.
damage.
So you
21
theoretically have one more person you can heal. The only person in range currently, besides your party members and these assassins, is this Vince McManticorn. How do you feel about Vince McManticorn?
Sure, I'll heal him.
Okay, he had a paper cut from earlier, and he was like, "Ooh,
Everybody gets 21, which gets me back up to.
thanks, bud."
All right.
21.
3/4.
He better not be
21.
weird.
He is weird.
Ugh.
Yeah, but he's the guy that's got to give us shit at the end, so he's got to live.
Yeah, he doesn't appear to have been injured in any way, but he gets healed a little too. He's like, okay,
He feels a little better emotionally.
yeah.
That's
To
fair.
back healing.
He ate some weird scallops last night, but he's actually feeling better now based on.
He gets
based on
over
the
one
scallops.
child.
Don't do that. No. How many degrees of separation from reality is that statement, Matt?
I've had bad scallops.
I've
and I
never
can't
eaten
eat them.
scallops in my life.
I've had bad scallops and I can't eat them ever again because of some scallops. So please do not.
Because you have taste aversion. Got you.
All right, so Braum uses Mass Cure Wounds. He heals you guys, and he makes Vince McManticorn feel better about the time that Jenny Greenblatt told him he had a butterface in 2nd grade. He's here to heal the childhood trauma. Okay, anything else you want to do with your turn, Braum?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, then top of the order, Alar. That brings us to you.
My gosh.
Going after the-
Walter phased out at the end of his turn, by the
Oh
way.
yeah.
I still have some turns left on that.
Going after the human.
Alright, roll to hit.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Uh, 21 piercing, 6 thunder.
You run him through, pull the blade out with a roll of thunder, and a blood geyser just comes out of his chest as you pull your sword out, and he falls dead to the ground.
I look at the halfling, drop it, or join him.
Make an intimidation check.
16.
Okay, let's see how that shakes out on his turn. Okay,
If he survives that.
Walter, that brings us to you.
The orc is dead. Half orc.
Human is dead.
Human is dead, so it's just a
Half orc.
and halfling.
Half orc is alive. Ish.
Not for long. Is he prone?
Sure.
Or is
Mechanically,
he- is he-
I mean,
is he
he's still
pros-
restrained. He's still restrained, so you still have advantage.
But I would have disadvantage on a ranged attack.
Oh,
So
he's not prone, technically, mechanically speaking.
mechanically, he's not.
Narratively, he's like down on a knee, but mechanically speaking, he's not been knocked prone.
Well, then I'm gonna kneecap him in the D's with 2 shots of Eldritch Blast and see what happens.
Oh God. Okay.
So is that with advantage,
Uh.
or do you want to nullify it because he could be technically prone? Maybe.
No, he's not prone. So yes, with advantage because he's restrained.
All right. So first attack, unfortunately, is only a 24 to hit.
Ooh, not gonna cut it, unfortunately.
The second attack is also a 24 to hit.
That will be 2 solid hits.
Well, the first one's a little baby 3-point. The second one's a 4-point damage. So I'll blast him twice.
For 3 and 4 respectively.
Yep. Yeah. First one's 3, second one's 4.
You blast him twice. First blast, like, sends him rocketing back. The second blast hits him. He falls, lands sprawled on his back. And then you hear... as he's not quite dead.
Oh no, he's got relentless endurance. I forgot.
Oh God! Why won't you die?
And then let's see if I phase back out.
Why won't you die?
I think I do.
Okay, you face back out.
On a 11 higher, I do not. I still exist.
You still exist. Okay. Then Osiris, that brings us to you.
Who's alive next to me? Who
The-
can I
The,
hit?
the
the,
orc-
the half orc
the
was into
half
some
orc-
weird shit.
The
And
half
the
orc
halfling.
is like clinging to life.
Yeah, and then the
The
halfling.
halfling is bloodied and has been threatened by Alar
Cool.
to surrender,
Oh,
but has
so
not
we're trying to
reacted.
make
You
that
haven't. You
guy
don't know how
kill
he's
him.
reacted.
Okay, but
Do
still,
what
I'll
you gotta
leave
do,
him.
man.
Just
Well,
kill him, Oz.
okay, that's fine. I'm gonna hit both of these assholes, and hopefully that will kill him.
All right, roll the hit.
All right, that's that's a 23 for one
Sure.
and a 17 for the other.
Both of those hit.
So I like
Okay.
to imagine as Oz inevitably finishes off the half orc first.
Um,
I look over to him as he's getting ready to swing the second one. It's like, leave the head intact for this one as he like goes towards the halfling.
I didn't declare that. Coming down, I didn't
Like
declare
Walter's gonna ask, knowing full well it's gonna be a slaughter, but whatever, it's fine.
Axe is coming down while you're here. While you're saying that, I didn't hear that, and that's a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's a 15 on one,
Okay.
and 13 on the other.
All right. We'll apply the higher damage to the halfling.
Cool.
Okay. Who is still alive after that hit? The half orc. The half orc kind of an interesting situation. I think as the axe comes down, we actually we cut away from Osiris. Like at the last moment, it's the axe comes down and as the axe pans, it swipes across the camera, it cuts away to a young man in the audience who's looking on, and we just hear the sound effect of and everybody in the first 2 rows gets splattered by blood and viscera, and that young man goes,
Splash zone.
and his name is Gallagher. And
Yeah.
the half-orc is very dead.
If I do not meet Gallagher in some sort of fucking D&D campaign, I will be thoroughly
You
thoroughly
can
upset.
always make Gallagher. Just get a
Yeah,
nice
so
big
why don't you
working
just
hammer.
play Gallagher in the next?
Fair, fine. You heard it here first. I will play Gallagher next.
You-
Yeah, be a bard barbarian multi-class.
His name will be O Gallagher.
oh, Gallagher. Okay. That is Osiris's turn. That leaves
Yes.
everybody but the halfling dead at your hands.
Oh my god.
The halfling...
Roll for shit.
Yeah, he
It's a
got
free action.
threatened and also got then smacked around again. So
The halfling looks at you, Alar, as you're like, drop it. And he goes like, kind of like looks around. He looks at like the cage, and he lunges forward and attempts to stab you.
Bring it on. You don't got any flanking buddies left.
He has no flanking buddies, so he can't assassinate or can't sneak attack. First roll at disadvantage is 13.
Just a miss.
Second roll at disadvantage is 14.
That hits.
He does hit you. Okay. So he is going to deal... you take 6 points of piercing damage, and I need a DC 15 con save.
17 on the con save, and I will half the damage, so I'll sidestep the blade a little bit. So
Okay,
it's a
so you'll take
glancing blow.
three piercing, and you'll still take 12 poison damage.
He cuts me. I grimace. Wrong choice.
That's his turn. Rowan, that brings us to you.
wrong choice indeed. I just take Shikai and swing for his head.
All right, roll to hit.
17 plus 6.
That hits.
Or 17 plus 7, so yeah, that still hits. The wrong dice. I want this one. That's max damage, 13 points of damage on that hit.
Okay.
Head still attached.
Head still attached.
Damn it, donate again.
Oh god. Okay. Roll to hit.
18 plus 7.
It hits.
10 damage total.
And another 10. And
Is he
that
still standing?
no, that is enough. That is enough to finish him off with two clean.
I'm slicing the head off.
I say,
that
may I
Walter
make
has
a
his head.
request as I watch this thing? Like,
I
I was
heard
like,
you say
I know
Oz.
decapitation coming when I see one. Can I catch the head in the bag when it inevitably pops off?
Ooh, make a dexterity check.
It's a regular dex check.
It's a regular dex check.
Dex check. It's a 20 on the dice plus 2 for a 22.
You like,
My beheading senses are tingling.
and the head disappears into the
That's
bag.
beautiful. You reappear just in time to go, oh god!
Okay, and
I
with
like this
that,
one.
the last of the combatants falls, and a silence falls over the arena. A silence falls over the arena. And a moment goes by, and then Vince McManticore goes, the winners! And everybody goes, bah! Starts cheering. You are victorious. Everybody in the arena goes crazy. Vince McManticorn comes over to you guys and starts like lifting your arms and holding you up as like champions. As
rip
he's
my
like
hand out of
close,
his arm.
as he's close to you guys, even though he's like showing you off, he's like, okay, get off the stage, get back into the back of the arena. This is a goddamn nightmare. 5 people just got murdered in front of a whole crowd of people. There's going to be hell to pay. You need to just go. Get out of here.
They were.
Before they realize the truth of what happened here, go fucking get out of my sight.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd like to make a quick check of at least one of the bodies.
I look him dead in the eye since I've been.
You say
here
this
for
to
a
Vince
while.
McManticorn?
No, he's
Or are
saying
you
that.
just saying that to me?
I'm
the
saying that
DM?
to you.
Oh, you can certainly try to go do that.
We have a head.
I say I caught a head in a bag. If we have to ask questions, but
I look Vince McManticore in the eye, and since I've been here a while, and I just go, "We have a lot to discuss. This is your fault somehow. I'm sure of it."
Fuck! How is it? How is this my fault? Not in front of the people. How? Ooh.
That's security.
Oh, lady.
And I just glare at him.
The investigation check while he's distracted is a 26.
So you manage a quick rifling of the body. With a 26, you find a folded piece of parchment in the the robes of the tiefling.
Okay. Any besides the poison dagger, any other weapons?
Not that you find.
Okay, cool. I palm the big dagger off of.
Yeah, he turns around after he's done yelling at Rowan, and he's like, "Stop messing with the dead body! Get." Hey, you're champions, folks! What a fight! What a fight! Come back next time. I'm sure we'll have great entertainment for you. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. You people need to get off the stage. There's blood everywhere.
Okay, all right. We're going, yeah.
Alar waves to the crowd.
When I get to the top of the ramp, just to be an ass, since I've been here a while, I do a flourishy bow, and then I leave.
Okay. You guys walk past. You walk past Niphosaurus Rex, Dwayne the Boulder Johnson, and whatever the hell those other two guys' names were, who are on the sidelines as you go backstage and go back to the underground port of this, and they're just like.
I said I didn't know how to not kill people.
I smile at them. I
That
smile
wasn't
and
a comment
wave.
I made.
Yeah. Alar's gonna toss a couple silver pieces. You really want to hit that bar.
I just go to the back where we have to go and to go get cleaned up.
So you have your 1,000 gold. You have your dwarven belt, and you.
Wait, I
you're
take
back.
that belt off. Does the beard drop? It's just like a trail of beard hair behind me as I walk.
If you take
Sure,
it off
yeah.
and put it back on
As
a
you
bunch
take
of
it off,
times,
the
if it
beard
doesn't
just sheds.
I
Ugh.
don't want this. I don't want this. Who wants this?
I mean, I'll certainly take it if I still had attunement slots left, but
I hold it out to Oz. Do you want this belt, Oz? Makes you fancy
Where I
beard.
want it?
I don't want it. I don't look good with a beard. That was
Oh, you man.
oh, that's nonsense. You absolutely do.
Oh,
Sure,
you
I'll
look
take
killer
it.
with that
it's
beard.
too reminiscent of my captain. He's the one who can rock a
I'll
ginger
take it.
beard.
I'll take it.
I pass it to
So-
Oz.
It's a belt of dwarven
It's a
kind.
belt of dwarven kind, Curtis. You can add it to your character sheet.
Is this something I have
Sweet.
to be attuned to?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes.
I might not have attunement slots.
You might have to pick what you
How do
tune.
Much stuff that's attuned to you. I have nothing.
Oh no,
There's
that's
so
right.
many
I have
things.
one. I have one slot left. I have one.
I have
slot
like
left.
3
That's
things I'm carrying that I can't use.
Okay.
You have
Cool,
at least
thank
2
you.
things that should be attuned. The Shikai and the
I
the Sentinel
Yeah.
shield should both be attuned.
but they're all
items.
saying they're maxed out, and I'm like,
Wait, you only
I
have
have
3
my-
slots.
I
Yeah.
know.
You're
my
almost maxed
one
out.
thing requires 2 slots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't that the ring? But yes, okay. A dwarven
Belt
kind.
of dwarven kind.
Cool. Yay! Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. So as you go to the back, I mean, there's theoretically you guys get cleaned up or whatever. There's not really anybody around down here. What are you guys doing?
Short rest.
Once I get the blood off of my hands, I'm going to take a look at the parchment.
You find a set of drawings that are clearly of the 4 of you and Zintris, and your names.
Okay.
Well, we can question the halfling. We probably
Not
don't want to
here.
do it. Yeah, we probably don't want to do that
Yeah, not here.
before where we can get interrupted.
Were we supposed to get anything else from them for winning other than the belt?
Nope, the belt and the money was your prizes.
There was no extra money for the grand.
No,
The
the
cage match?
the cage match. The prize was the belt that you have acquired.
So about 1,000 gold and cage match.
And I got a new dagger.
Oh, would you still one of the daggers?
Yeah.
Well, stole.
Okay.
Took.
I guess
just
we
glad-
have some catching up to do, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
Where's
guys.
the rest of them?
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
get out of
that-
here
that is-
before
that's
Vince gets
fair.
back here. He has a temper. He's kind of a dick. Let's go.
Yeah, I gathered that. God damn it! I kind of wish Interest was still here. She knew prestidigitation. Whoop.
I will attempt to cast Prestidigitation out of my little necklace. It's a DC 10 Arcana check. Yeah, I Prestidigitate myself.
Good.
I prestidigitate myself.
Thanks, Walter. I just
Really?
I do that little thing where I pat his cheek. Thanks, Walter. And there's a tiny little blood stain on you now.
It's fine. I've had worse. Doesn't
yep.
Braum have Prestidigitation?
No.
Are you sure? I swear you've used it
I don't
before.
think so.
Then we will duck out of the arena, head back to the housing that we were.
Okay, so you slip out of the arena before Vince McManticorn can come and question you about what in the fuck, and you head back to your little domicile that has been set aside for you in the neighborhood of the Arcos, where you are able to return to your private chambers.
Before we leave, there's one thing I want to do before we leave that thing. I want to leave a note that says official business and leave one of those sheriff's badges, like on the table where we were supposed to like wait for him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Just it's a sheriff's badge that says official business.
Sheriff's,
That's all I'm explaining to this
Sheriff's
guy.
badge is making a real callback appearance.
Oh, that goes all the way
Oh,
back to Stone
man.
Mill.
Those sheriff's badges are like 3 years
Oh.
old, 4 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
Or-
They're made of like
I made 'em out of
yoga
clay.
templates.
I bought this
Yeah,
a
yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
In case they ever came up again.
Where's
I-
where's my official shit ones that I made for you guys?
It's somewhere.
I'd look for it, but we're in the middle of the game right now, so I'm looking
Yeah.
for it.
Rowan's
do-
just confused that they have
I
sheriff
do have
badges.
mine.
So they have sheriff's badges, but for your informative sake, they are real shit. Like when they pull them out, like they're clearly
fine.
fake sheriff badges.
I'm just amused. Okay, let's just go.
Yeah, you return back to your housing. You're there by yourself. The others that were traveling with you have departed now, so you have this place to yourself.
Alar is going to point out one of the unused bedrooms. If you need a place to sleep, grab that one.
Are we getting the blood off of us now? Or are we talking and then getting the blood off of us?
Go clean up.
I disappear into that bedroom.
Yeah, the guy that can talk to the head is currently rooting through his stuff looking for a fake sheriff's badge.
I have priorities. It's important.
I like that he.
Wait, I can find it.
I don't know where it is.
So just get cleaned up real quick and then come back and all meet in the center.
Yeah,
I wonder if my original was here.
yeah, Alar will find some of the remaining food and drink that was left over from like meal and
Rowan will
there's
make
water
tea
and
that we
such.
got from Naporia that I have.
Oh, damn,
Okay, everybody, I didn't find the sheriff badge, but I did find a grung.
Okay, well, that's the important part.
Priorities.
Good.
You found Kermit.
Well, thank Christ.
We cobbled together food.
Thank God, more like thank grung.
Thank Grung.
I'd rather not.
Once everybody gathers.
Yeah, you guys
back,
come back. You come back into the domicile. There is a Grung sitting on the front step playing a banjo. And he's like, "Why are there so many songs about rainbows?" And then he explodes. And that's the end of that.
And we're even.
Oh no!
Episode over.
Was it the DM's wrath or copyright infringement? We'll never know.
Don't sue us,
The
Disney.
lovers, the dreamers, and Jim Henson's ghost appears and snaps his neck. And he's dead.
Again, he keeps coming back to life only to die in a horrible way.
Oh no!
My God, they killed Grung.
So when everybody sits down, since Rowan is amongst us for the first time, I believe officially ever.
No, you guys met in person one more time.
We met in person, but like this is the first time we're like
Oh yes.
as an individual group.
This is the first time we paid attention.
Yeah. Well, Walter's gonna be like, all right.
Did you guys? I forgot to ask this. Did you guys change out of your like wrestling outfits before you
yeah,
like
Alar
made your
Changed out of
escape?
his stuff.
I didn't need to, as I was disguised self.
You were disguised self.
Yeah, no, Alar did. He found a bucket and some water, so he threw the
Okay.
costume in that, so at least it would get the help get the bloodstains out.
So I'm going to say, open the bag of holding and say, we never got a name for that guy, did we?
No.
All right, halfling head, and I'll just reach in and pull it
Halfling
out.
Comes out.
Not that one. Put it back in. It's like, just kidding, just kidding. It's the only one that's in there probably.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, he was out of my sight for a while. I'm honestly not sure.
All right, so I'll like set it on the table.
I put a cloth down before he puts it on the table.
I can use prestidigitation tomorrow. It's fine.
I still put a cloth down before he put it on the table.
Tomorrow doesn't deal with the smell today.
So before I do this, what do we want to ask this guy? It's better when it can't respond to start asking what we wanted to ask this guy.
We all saw that. We all saw that
Smell
movie a
first.
few weeks ago. We know
I
what,
still
we know
haven't
what not to do wrong.
Who sent him?
We all saw that clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
Question around the who sent him when Alar says that. Did I notice anything familiar that would tell us Brotherhood or just straight up Ignians? Like, were they
On the
Any
severed
clues?
head or on any of those guys?
on any of them?
Just say, you've been here for a while, right? Does this guy look familiar in any meaningful way?
Besides the fact that he is a halfling, and you know that like
Well, he's
the
cool,
guy
you
that
know?
he was supposed to be, the
Was the
whatever it was, the halfling tornado or whatever it was, like was also a halfling. This is not the
Yeah.
same guy.
Not the same
So
one.
like whatever happened to like the 5 dudes who like had
They're
those
dead.
personas, like these people replaced them.
They're definitely dead.
Most likely.
Well, I mean, these guys are pretty stabby, so probably. But...
All right, so
Okay, so who sent them?
All right, we got who sent them. What were they promised? Like, I feel like if it was just a job, but like if they were promised something that could be information that we could get out of it that, could be useful.
where would they meet their contact for payment?
Good. And what did they do with the people they replaced?
Okay.
We'll try to be kind. We'll leave that as number 5 if we can't think of anything else.
Okay. So we have one more.
We have one more.
Guys, any ideas? Rowan?
Favorite color,
No.
star sign, moon sign.
What color is my underpants?
Trick question.
I guess, no specific questions for them that I can think of.
I do have
Okay.
one more question. Do you have any unfinished business?
We'll save that one for last.
Well,
in case
do you
one
have
of the
any
other
unfinished business?
questions
Maybe the
prompts
fact that
another question.
we're still alive.
No, there
Do
could
you
be
have
other unfinished.
any
business.
other unfinished business, maybe.
Yeah. Besides us, any unfinished business?
Besides killing us.
All right.
Sure.
Walter, take it away.
All right, I will cast my spell to animate this head.
The head becomes animate.
And I will ask those questions in that order, because the first thing I was about to be out of my mouth was, what was the first question again?
Thankfully, Brittany was kind enough to write them down. So who sent them?
Oh, thank you. Yes. If only my eyes worked. Oh yeah. So, who sent you?
Didn't get names. Hired anonymously. He was a human, though.
All right. What were
That
you
narrows
promised?
it down.
What were you promised for payment?
2,000 gold per head for each of you people killed.
I'm gonna high five Brom.
Damn.
Only 2,000. I'm
2,000.
hurt.
Where were you supposed to meet your contact for payment?
The roost.
I'm gonna look at Rowan and like raise an eyebrow. Look at Brom.
History check,
That's something we know.
region check, brain check.
Yeah, you guys can make a history check.
History.
I am trained in
19.
history. 24.
3.
18.
This is more like a like local, sort of like a local topography type of check. Y'all have been seeing, at like the highest tiers of the mesa that Zresa is carved into. You have seen there's like that area where there's like flying beasts like coming in and out of. Rowan, you've been here a little longer. You have probably heard that, at least in passing, referred to as the Wyvern's Roost.
All right. Do you have any other unfinished business in your life besides us?
I always wanted to learn to paint.
I'll start moving his head along the tablecloth.
Hey, that's not a bad answer.
Okay.
Look, we're Make-A-Wish. It's fine. And what did you do with the people you replaced?
Tied them up. Abandoned house about a block from the arena.
I'll high five Rowan.
And the head goes back to being dead.
I can go and get him cut loose. Probably shouldn't go alone, but
Let's.
I'll toss the head back and I'll wrap it in the bag, or the cloth that Rowan put down, and I'll put it back in the bag. But we'll put this back with Spotty.
I think maybe it's best if we don't get involved anymore in the dead bodies in the scenario of the pit. Maybe we just tell someone that there's people in a situation and they go get cut out by somebody else. Do we really need to be further involved in their we just killed the guys that replaced them. Can't we? Don't.
Disguise self.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
Rowan,
if you guys
can you
want to go, I'm happy to go. But
No. I mean,
I
we gotta
can't.
go collect our payment.
We
Well,
have
I
our
guess they
payment.
probably saw that.
Oh,
I'm gonna
disguise as them.
Yeah, I said we gotta go collect our payment, and then I disguise self as the tiefling, and it's like,
All right, one thing at a time. We have to go cut free some people. We should not look like the people that tied them up.
all right,
That's
disguise
not a
self.
problem.
I'll disguise self as Vince McManticorn.
Are we really gonna just go charge into a situation after getting some of our butts handed to us?
Well,
like a shot, I didn't like their contact, but chances are he might have even been in the arena.
do we know if this town has like wandering guards? Like if I look out the window right now, would I see somebody that looks like a guard?
So you guys have been wandering around. There are not necessarily guards in the way that, like, you know, they would be in like Niveria. There are definitely like a group of people who are sort of like pledged to the service of the speaker. They're probably like the closest thing to guards. They like wear the speaker's like colors. You know, many of them are like armed. But like Honorand is sort of a like everybody's got a knife in Honorand.
Yeah.
And kind of like the people sort of keep their own peace here.
So just to minimize our involvement, because I don't want to openly be like, "Hey, this talking head told me there's bodies." I'm going to look out the window and I'm going to cast message at somebody who looks like they might be responsive to going to like run down somebody being tied up, possibly.
Sure. You know what you do? You look out the window and you see Oliver, your guys' guide through the city.
Oh, I'll just go tell him.
Is like
No,
coming to visit you.
No,
He has a tray of fresh baked scones that he's currently coming to bring you. He's like, doo doo doo.
Oh yeah,
going to see my
absolutely
good friends that are here. That I'm responsible for helping out in the city.
As we're wrapping up ahead.
It's
Yeah,
going to the-
Alar will be like, "Hey, we heard rumor that someone might be, there was some roughing up going on at that abandoned house. It's like right near the arena. Might want to let somebody know about that."
Make a deception check.
Oh boy!
Look, I was
Oh,
gonna,
thank God! 18.
I was gonna voice from God it, but all right.
He goes. He comes in.
Wasn't sure if we should get.
He puts the tray of scones down on the table. He goes, "My friend,
Yes.
the Speaker of the Free Peoples has entrusted you to a very important mission. And as I understand some of the details of it, there are some rather fraught circumstances surrounding your situation. If you got into some shit, and you need to tell me about it, you can just do so."
Cool. Halfling head. I'll pull it out.
Pull the halfling
Oh, I
he's
got
like,
a head in a bag.
okay, that's a new one on me.
So we
Assassin.
we tried to pass
Just-
the
I'll
time
just
by
split-
going to the pit and doing some wrestling.
Wave at Oliver from the back of the crowd, like, "Hello, sir."
And 5 assassins tried to kill us.
Oh my,
They were unsuccessful.
Yeah, but they replaced
evidently so.
the people that were supposed to be in the ring with us, and those people are tied up in an abandoned house a block from the arena.
Very well. I should inform the Speaker that there are assassins attempting to assassinate, anyone in her city, but certainly people who are under her protection. I will inform her post
We'll be
haste.
fine here. We'll we can guard ourselves. But
Very good. I shall inform the Speaker, and I shall see to it that someone collects the.
Stop all flights out of the roost.
What?
Do you not use wyverns to fly? No.
He says the Wyvern Riders do make their post in the Wyvern's Roost.
That was their contact. I'm like as I'm like gesturing about this, I'm like waving the head around. It's like that was their contact.
He says,
location.
I'm afraid you misunderstand the level of authority wielded by any entity in honor, and
That's right.
Apologies.
I didn't
On
know
the
that.
on the lady's behalf, I cannot simply stop anyone from doing anything, unless by absolute force, if necessary. But I dare say that would not be the play here if you're attempting to catch an assassin.
Do you want to rest up and risk them escaping, or do you want to just head to the roost now and try to catch
I
them?
guess we can go. I'm fine with going if everyone else is.
yeah, inform the
once they
speaker
once
that
they
we're
figured it out, we gotta
we're
go.
trying to follow up on the person that called the hit out on us. We're going to the Wyvern's Roost.
Of course. I shall see if she can spare someone to follow you for backup should you run into more trouble.
Appreciate it.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Good luck to you. And he
Shovel away.
says, "Oh, please though, just help yourself to a scone before you go. I baked them
You know
myself."
what,
Oh, thank you.
I definitely have already eaten one, and I'm grabbing another as I walk out.
Yeah, ALR, since he's halfway out the door, he'll mage hand a scone back to him.
Anybody who eats the scone can take the benefit of a short rest. if you would like to walk to.
Walter's gonna take the entire plate and put it in the. Just kidding.
One, just this one time. They're not magic scones. They're just
delicious.
delicious.
Does that short rest come with any hit dice?
It can.
Yeah, however many hit dice you have available, which should be all of them. So you should have. What would you 9, 10, 9th level, 10th level?
9.
9th level. So you should have 9 hit dice.
Had to
available.
roll hit dice on D&D Beyond.
Alright, so 12 plus 1, so 14. Almost back to full. Yay!
There we go. I'm at full. Cool. And I have the power. All right. So I will fly ahead on my shovel, I guess. Can everybody fly? Rowan, can you fly?
I
Don't
cannot
look
fly.
at me like that.
Not
It-
currently.
That's fair. You know what? That's on me. I apologize. We'll
Yeah.
walk. It's
I-
fine.
Can everyone
Actually, you know
else
what?
fly? What am I missing here?
You know what? I am going to try to fly up there and see if I can like beat anybody there and try to like.
Rowan's very confused on how everyone in this group can fly.
I cannot fly.
Yeah. I'll say.
I can make 2 of us fly.
And aren't you
leave Rowan
Walter,
to walk
Walter and
I mean, I
Ozrius
can
can
make.
fly
I
independently.
was including Rowan in that. I can make Rowan fly.
Walter and Ozrius can fly independently. Brom can make 2 people fly. So, like, if
Theoretically, I
this
can
is the
make
thing
3
you guys
people
want to do, like,
Because we want to beat. If somebody's trying to like beat feet out of here,
if,
like I want to
if
get there
this is a
before they can
thing you
leave.
want to do, like, you guys certainly have the means to fly everybody up to the Wyvern's Roost. Because, like, somebody can carry Alar if necessary.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Well, I
size
was
that
gonna
way.
say,
Carry
like-
a lot.
I was also gonna say, like, aren't you flying on a broom? Can't one of us get on the broom with you and
Yeah.
Oz carry somebody as well? Like,
Yeah, Oz
Yeah.
could carry
specifically
somebody.
speaking this race.
Somebody, two people could go on the broom. You know,
I think
Brom has the ability to
Alar
make people fly. So, like, you
Alar
can get
is
everybody
is
there if
the
that's what you want
lightest
to do.
among us. Or,
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I'll carry. I'll bring Alar up with me.
Okay.
There's room for 2 on this shovel.
So
You're
Walter
making
is
this
taking
weirder
Alar.
than it is.
far.
So how's everybody else getting up there? Is
Boots.
Brom and Rowan, are you doing your spell to fly independently, and then Oz will just fly with his boots? Is that the play here?
Boots magoots.
Yeah, I'll use 2 bend or charges to make Rowan and I fly.
Okay.
Thank you, Brom.
All right. So you all fly up. 3 of you independently. Walter and Alar like fly past you on the broom, and it's like, I can show you the world, and they like fly away from you. And you fly up to the Wyvern's Roost. The Wyvern's Roost is at the very top of the like mesa, very near where like it levels out and the like rocky flat top to the structure that the city itself is carved into exists. There are several like higher sort of jagged little spires that kind of stick out, and these you see as you come up there have been like largely hollowed out. They look almost like a termite mound, and there's like all these like little holes in and out of them. Though as you get closer, you see that these holes are in fact like massive tunnel-sized holes. There are like terraced platforms that have been created here that people are able to walk and move materials on and things like that. You see there are several ramps that lead like down into these like stone ramps that lead at like a spiral down to the lower levels to the main part of the city. And as you guys come flying up, you get your first look at these wyverns close up as one of them flies like pretty close to you guys. It is a large reptilian-looking creature. It's sort of a muddy brown color with probably like a 20-30 foot wingspan. So it's like pretty sizable. though it is kind of like narrow and spindly in its appendages. It has two like powerful reptilian back legs. It doesn't have. It has no like forelimbs. Its forelimbs are its wings. On the back of one of these creatures, you see a complicated saddle, and a person is riding atop of it, holding like reins that they're using to like direct it. It comes for a landing, swoops up past you, lands on this roost, like its wings folding in, and it uses these like clawed thumbs on the edges of its wings to like walk as it moves into one of the tunnels. There's probably like maybe a dozen of these creatures sort of like in the vicinity as you come up. And there's a number of people who are like milling about doing business. There's like what looks like a small like market up here. There's like stalls and little shops where just like things are being traded. And you guys don't raise too much attention as you come up here. A couple of people do give you like a weird look as you like fly up here, not on the back of a giant lizard, and you come to a landing.
Wyverns are brown, correct?
There seems to be some different, slight variations. There's some that are like a little more of like a greenish, but like they're generally like muddy in color. Yes.
So ages ago, we got a piece of wyvern skin.
Sure did.
Determined it was wyvern skin. I don't remember if it was brown or if it was painted.
It was
or both. It was
originally metallic green, but
right.
I believe it was Colin Copperkettle determined that there was an enamel dye on it that he was able to use like a solvent and get rid of, and the natural color of the scale beneath the green was brown.
I would like to look around and see if there's any like emerald green.
You do not see anything like that.
All right. So it was a hunch I had. Maybe related. Maybe not. Who knows? Anything could be related. Connecting the dots everywhere. Yeah. So I guess is it daylight?
Yeah.
Cool. I have disadvantage. My special eyes are ruining my life. I guess
actually.
No, I thought it was evening.
It's not.
It was
It is
later.
evening.
Ah, my special eyes.
You're probably like dusk right now.
All right.
So we'll say you're not at
so-
disadvantage. Your special eyes are in full swing.
I'm gonna just say spread out, see if there's anybody that looks like they're waiting on somebody to show up, or
Yeah,
trying to hurry up and get out of here.
I just want to look around for anyone who's
Alright,
either familiar or, like Walter said,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
waiting.
I'm looking for shady people.
Okay.
I'd like to look for shady people. So
Yeah, Alar's,
Perception or-
he stays, inside the group, but he slips off a little bit to.
or
Anybody
Taste place.
who would like to do that can make an investigation check.
hell yeah. 18.
24.
16.
Okay. Who was the 24? Walter? Alar. Okay.
Alar.
And the 18 and 16 was Rowan and Walter. So
Walter was 18. Yeah.
So, you guys don't immediately necessarily run into anybody super shady or who looks like they're in some kind of a hurry to leave. There are, as you get into move into the interior, you see that part of this this roost is hollowed out, and there's multiple chambers in here, which have been converted into large stalls and pens. You see that wyvern that had come up and landed, its rider is dismounted and is in the process of bringing it over into a pen where they are bringing it in and taking the saddle off, and they get this coarse brush and begin cleaning under its scales. There are several other wyverns in some of these pens. There is a merchant that appears to be selling saddles and other tack for these creatures. There are supplies of like large things of like sides of meat are being like carted past, and you can see like evidence in these things, like pens that like they basically just like throw like sides of beef to these creatures to feed them. There are a handful of people standing about. You actually see there is a group of who you take to be these wyvern riders, who are denoted by like the fact that they all have these outfits that are like kind of form fitting, and don't have a lot of like sort of loose or fluttery like stuff to them. They're kind of like standing around talking. There are a few people who appear to be on just like other business, kind of walking through the area here. Nobody pays you guys that much mind, and you don't see anybody like right off the bat who like looks like they are like doing anything particularly shifty or in a hurry to get out of here or anything like that. Alar, you notice a couple of other things among the like hubbub here. In among the other creatures, humans and half-orcs and goblins and a few other things, you see some creatures that you are familiar with, but are not used to seeing very often. I don't know if you came through on stream, Emily. They are small. They are kind of goblinoid in size, but they are these sort of slender, like lizardy reptilian folks. You see that kind of scattered throughout here are what you recognize as kobolds. They seem to be, in general, like running errands. Like you get the sense that they're kind of like stable hands. Most of them, like they're running like stuff to and from these stalls, and like helping to take care of these wyverns. You see one of them goes by with like a trolley that has several like large eggs on it, and like is pushing it. But what catches you is actually, rather than like you catching something's attention or spotting something, something spots you and gets your attention, and that something is a kobold who you see is set up in front of a market stall that he has like built up here. And as you are kind of passing by, you hear psst, psst.
My turn. I look. Do I remember if kobolds speak Draconic?
I believe they do.
Well,
You can
question
always
is
open
whether
with it.
Alar knows. Well, it's a 17 on a die, so I'm hoping
Sure.
Whatever I'd have to roll is good enough. I will stop. I will look at the kobold and look like I'm perusing the wares in Draconic. Yes.
He says, "Oh, you speak the tongue of the dragons. Well, very interesting. I knew that you looked like a good customer. Would you care to peruse any of my fine wares?"
Would indeed.
He says, "Come, step forward. Look what I have for sale."
I will look at his wares.
Walter's gonna look at this happening, and the only time I've ever heard or seen Alar speak Draconic is when he's swearing. So I
Sure.
just am assuming he's swearing back and forth to this like shopkeeper. And it's like I just like look at him, it's like, be nice.
Okay. So he has kind of a mixed match of things here. A lot of it looks to be kind of like junky. But like, there's definitely some stuff here that looks like it is like potentially magical. You see, he's got like some vials with some like interesting looking oil in them. He's got a javelin like with like ornate arcane carvings. Leaned up against like the back of his stall. He has like some coils of rope. He has a like an interesting looking jug. He has several like pieces of like jewelry, like necklaces. He has you see like a pile of like various armor pieces, and some of them in there like they're mismatched, but some of them like have the distinctive like flawless glint of like magic. And he says, "Welcome to Shiv's Emporium. I am Shiv, collector of all things interesting and intricate, specializing in magical items of a nature that go BOOM! Are you interested?"
Oh, I most definitely am. I'm also interested if you by chance saw a human talking with a small small assorted group in the area recently.
I
Would
see
be a
plenty of things. The question is, how good is my memory? And he like looks at his wares.
Does so is he like addressing all of us as we were like
No, he's
passing,
specifically talking to Alar.
Okay.
He also
Alar is
stood
going
up.
to behind his back. He's going to be doing the trying to wave get your attention and flag you over. Oh, and he's going to switch to common for the benefit of the others. I'm most certainly interested in your magical items that go. What was it you said? Boom.
He says,
Uh,
"Yes."
and hopefully, as my friends and I peruse and find perhaps a few things to buy, that might give you time to
He says,
recall.
"Yes, yes. Please, I encourage you to buy. Or if you have things that you might be looking to sell, I also buy things of interest. As I said, I do enjoy a good explosion from now and again."
Mailer's going to look at some of the pieces of jewelry closely. He'll hold up a wand and ask, "This allows me to see what kind of school of magic it is to get a guess. Is that all right? I can put it aside."
He says, "By all means."
Thank you. And he'll tap it against his temple to cast detect magic and look at the jewelry pieces.
There is a ring that has a strong aura of abjuration magic. There is a wand that has a powerful evocation magic enchantment. You find a jewelry pieces specifically. Let's see. There is a ring that has enchantment magic. There is a another necklace that has. I'm actually not sure. That's probably abjuration as well. Some of the other stuff has various magical properties as well. That pitcher has transmutation magic on it. Evocation magic on the javelin that you see there, and a handful of other stuff that is.
I'll look close at the abjuration ring. Any runes or anything that might give me a clue?
As you pick it up and he sees you looking at it, he tells you, oh, you have an excellent eye. Now, it doesn't explode nearly as nicely as some of the other things that I have. That is a ring of legendary resistance. Ooh.
Specifically tied to one to an element, or
He
good
goes-
against.
He goes like, I have no idea.
Well, not willing to set myself on fire to find out quite yet, but definitely worth coming back to. And he'll set it down exactly as it was placed. Have you figured out? Well, you know what the necklace is, so he'll look at the necklace next.
One of the necklaces you pick up, it is like beaded.
He knows exactly what that is.
You
He
pick it
set
up.
down
You've seen
very
one
gently.
before. You have absolutely seen a necklace of
Yeah.
fireballs before. As you pick it up, he's like, "Careful!"
Yeah, no. He looks at his eyes go wide, and he very, very slowly sets that down.
You put it down. He's like,
I was almost at on the wrong end of one of those.
"Ooh, really?"
Thankfully, the person that tried to throw it at me
He's,
was
He goes-
on the wrong end of it.
he says, "Well, for a reasonable fee, you could be on the right end of one in the future."
Something to consider. I would love turning the tables. And in case you're wondering, Alar will use minor illusion to point out like the radius of the blast. When that many go off, that big.
He's like,
The other necklace.
the other necklace you pick up, it is a brass necklace that has like dyed pieces of what you assume to be bone in it, and he tells you that that is a necklace of adaptation. And then he tells you that he can't find where the page where it is in the book that tells you exactly what it does.
I forget what one does in 5e.
May I have it up?
Oh, thank you.
While wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment. You have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill and stinking cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and the breath weapons of some dragons.
Interesting.
I imagine that the description on his thing has that last part etched out, as dragons haven't been seen except for very recently in a very long time.
No, so like actually one of the things that you're kind of starting to notice as you like look at the array of stuff here, like the sort of dragon motif is kind of a common theme through his stuff.
Does he? What kind of armors does he have? Specifically in leather varieties.
He has
Or armor.
he has a single set of leather armor of a kind that you have not seen before. It is a set of studded leather armor, and you see that there is like inset into like the center of the chest. There is what looks like a lock that like a key would be put into.
What is? Can you tell me anything about this? Like Walter will like enter the scene like
Sure.
after browsing and just like point directly at that thing.
He says,
Have
Maybe,
not had a
let me-
single armor upgrade.
"Let me consult my book," and he goes and gets like a tattered book and begins to flip through it.
Has Braum had an armor upgrade at all? Do you have +1 armor or something? I don't remember. Or you have the
I've got
the
glamored
glamored.
studded.
That's
leather.
right. I do recall.
Studded leather. I remember studded leather.
Okay.
'Cause your boy needs some AC, and I can't get anything else. I don't have shield proficiencies.
He tells you, he says, "Ooh, this is an interesting item. And he like rummages around under his stall, and he pulls out like this like golden skeleton key, and he goes, "This comes with this set of armor." And he says, "The legends have it that the one who wears this armor and inserts this key into the lock in its chest can turn it to achieve different exciting effects."
Such as?
You know,
I have
think
no
that-
idea.
What would you be willing to trade for this?
We
Or are you-
have.
Well, what is his lighting situation like?
He's got like some like oil lamps.
Oil lamps. I'm going to pull out my bottled light bottle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna steal his light real fast, and just wait. It's like and like show him that it's like now in the bottle.
Interesting.
It's not a big explosion, but then I'll flip the lid and like let it pop back, let the flames pop back. Sometimes you just need to be in the dark, or give a place a little light. Who knows?
And can
And
you?
if you take coin, I'm sure we can probably.
Of course, I take coin.
Uh,
This is my ancestors knew better than anybody the value of coin. What kind of a dragonkin would I be if I didn't love coin or fire and explosions, for that matter?
Let me see. Oh god, I've never used that, have I? I can sweeten the deal. Alar will pull a ring out. Just once. With this ring. You have a chance to, if you found yourself in a very bad situation, say a fall, or maybe you've overbalanced when something very large is trying to crush you, or even poisoned, or an explosion, you get another chance to dodge. And he'll set the ring down next to the bottled light.
He like takes it. And he like,
what is it? Baylor, there's plenty of things here.
Well, I'm aware.
You don't need to sweeten the deal on my behalf, but I appreciate it.
he says, "So you're trying to trade these for my armor there?"
I mean, I'd like to get something for my friend here if he's willing to help me with this, but I'm certainly happy to make that trade if nobody else has any objections. I'm sure I can pull something out. Do I, out of character, I think I gave the Cult of the Dragon Mask to Nimue
Yes.
a while ago.
I believe
Okay,
so.
so that's out of my inventory. So we're gonna make that a 0 in my inventory. Let's see. Ah,
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the ancient dwarven embalming tools
Okay.
that I had since forever ago, and just say these are some nice ancient devices, but I'll hand them over to Alar. I'll trade for the ring. Perhaps these could be interesting to you. They are very old and very rare, after all.
He looks at it. He's like, "But it's dwarf stuff."
Interesting to someone. Never
He
know.
says, "For your light on a rope, your ring, and your old dwarf tools, plus 200 gold. I'll trade you the armor."
I mean, that is 1/5 of the take. If you guys don't mind me purchasing some armor.
That would be your share.
I
Go
would
for it.
prefer you not dying constantly. I'm not here, but out
It's
of
not
there.
that frequent, but sure.
I don't have a problem.
Go
And
for
then
it.
I'll be the terrible seeming boyfriend that goes to the female member of our party asking for money. I don't remember who has the money.
It's not
I don't remember
Rowan,
who took it.
because you guys got that
it-
gold before she joined you guys.
Yeah, no, it was in
right.
the bag of holding. So
Oh, right. So I'll reach in and say, halfling head. No.
He's like,
Yeah. So
I'll buy that. No.
it is for sale. It was gonna bury it with the body, but I kind of don't want to go over there right now.
He kind of looks. He says,
Knock off 100 gold.
he's like,
It is fresh.
he says, here, I'll throw in this. He puts a flask of like a viscous liquid. He's like, I'll trade you this for the cabeza.
Sure. I'll just trade him for it,
He takes the halfling head.
and then I'll give him the 200 gold for.
You give him the 200 gold. He
The
takes the
various
halfling head. He takes the tools, the ring, the light on a stick, and he like tosses the the boiler made armor at you, like throws it at you. So what you have acquired is called Heartlock armor. It does not require
doesn't
attunement.
exist.
It does
Doesn't
not
exist.
exist. It is a custom item. He
It does require attunement.
does not require attunement.
Okay, perfect.
It has the defensive stats of studded leather armor,
Okay.
and then it has additional magical effects, which I will get into later after you have time to study the item. For now, you complete this trade, and he like looks at the halfling head that he's purchased from you, and he's like,
I don't suppose you recognize him. Alar asks Cinder
yeah, he like
quietly.
he looks at you and he goes, "Who did you say you were looking for that was meeting with shady people?"
A human.
Talked to that guy recently. Well, like, if it's in Draconic,
He goes-
I'll dig
He goes, I did see this guy. He says, you should go and have a conversation with Aura.
Who?
He
Aura?
like stuffs the head under his.
Oh, viscous liquid. That's right.
Oh, the viscous liquid is a vial of oil of slipperiness.
Oil slipperiness. Perfect.
Yes.
Nice.
He says, Aura. He says, she's in charge here. Runs the roost. He says, you can't miss her. She's, one of them... half-elemental people. Kind of blue, sort of wispies for hair. You'll spot her. She's around here somewhere.
Most kind. Oz? Brom? Rowan? Anything that catches your eye, your fancy?
Not that I can really say. I mean, the belt was kind of good enough for me.
Not at the moment, but and I will just put a gold piece on the table. People come in and out of here all the time, and I'm not too sure what the world and news situation is here in the Roost. And whether you have information for me or not, the gold is yours. But would you happen to have any knowledge of who is the current Grand Marshal of the Radiant Dawn? Rowan's just trying to know if Andesius is still alive.
He's like,
Didn't think
nobody
so,
here
but
cares about those stuffy old paladins.
most people don't, but I have business with them.
Fancy.
But I smile at him.
He takes the gold and he says, when you talk to Aura, can you not tell her that you sold me a severed head?
What head?
Don't know what you're talking about.
The one you just sold me.
Nothing.
No,
Don't
it's-
tell her.
Alar just
Walk away.
grins a little bit.
As you walk away, like 10 seconds after you walk away, you hear like, oh.
I like him. Oh wait, we didn't get his name.
Shiv. He
Shiv.
told
Shiv.
Alar his name was
Yeah.
Shiv.
Oh shit.
And people told me it was an absolute waste of time learning Draconic.
And you guys try to stop me collecting heads.
Okay, fair.
It's the only way to get ahead in life.
Get out.
I'm going to throw you out that opening out there. I'll make sure you have your shovel so you can fly, but I will throw you out.
I will take a shovel.
Now that's just cruel.
Shovel away.
As you guys walk away from Shiv, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm trying to get back into the habit of like taking a short break during our sessions. So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, give everybody a chance to stretch their legs, refill their waters, and this, that, and the other thing. Give it time for Brahm to get back from wherever the hell he keeps going, and see what we got for the rest of the stream. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
boy, did you?
Do it now.
Do
Who's
it
in the back of
now!
the
Welcome
bus?
back! Hey, welcome back. We're live. We've been doing Arnold Schwarzenegger voices at each other for the last, 2 minutes before we came back live. Jason got the loudest snack any human could have acquired near his microphone.
We can't see them.
Those chips have been
blurs
censored
it
for
out.
copyright infringement.
It even blurs out the chip, kind of.
Yeah, it literally, like, we just saw the picture of generic chips and no label at all.
Anyway.
Very good. Anyway, you guys are you're up in the Wyvern's Roost. You just got some information from a kobold salesman by the name of Shiv, who sold Walter a gimp suit.
Right.
Because I would
lube.
trust and lube.
I would
Thank
trust
you.
that guy. Yeah, great.
And
Yeah,
and lube.
Oh yeah, because you got to lube yourself up before you get into a suit.
So,
There
some of us took a minute to figure it out. Some of us figured it out immediately and were immediately disappointed.
there is appropriate lubrication for said suits.
Quick shout out.
Curtis, no.
Merchants and Magic, the Wanderer's Guide to Merchants and Magic from Eventier Games. Not a sponsor, but this is a book that I bought because it looked really cool. Shiv is from this. It was Sniv. I renamed him Shiv. And
yes.
Timothy the Ettercap, and his sort of his quest was from
Nice.
this book. His quest was that he had a magical flute that turned a bard into a capybara, and then we just sort of took it from there.
These have been fun NPCs. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's a cool book. I highly recommend it. It's a cool book with like a friggin' skazillion different custom like shops and shopkeepers and their wares. It's got a whole bunch of custom magical items in the back of it. It's a really cool book.
Check it out now.
Check it out. Eventier Games.
Completely unrelated, but I just had an idea. What's the elephant race
What?
called?
Like
Loxodon or
appropriation?
something?
No.
Loxodon. Loxodon.
Loxodon.
Loxodon.
I just had the idea
Loxodons.
for a Loxodon called Timothy Oliphant. And I will
Sure.
be
Very
doing
good.
that.
Yes,
at some
very
point.
good. Anyway, Shiv told you guys to go seek out Aura, who is the leader of the Wyvern's Roost.
Where
He
would she
described her
be?
as an elemental type person.
Elemental type.
Said
person.
can't miss her.
Great.
She's one of those elemental people. She's got blue
She's
skin.
one of them damn
and-
elemental people.
and like fluffy, sort of like vaporous white hair.
All right.
Okay.
We look around for someone who meets that description.
Okay. You wander around in here a little bit, and you eventually find who can only be the person that was described as described to you as Aura. She is wearing the similar outfit to the other like Wyvern riders that you have seen here. The distinct difference of hers is that like seems to be made of much lighter weight materials. It's almost like silken. As you kind of look at her, you realize that she's actually like she kind of like laughs in conversation with a couple of these other Wyvern riders, and she like pulls her one foot up, as if like sitting on a stool. Kind of like pulls one foot up under her, and then like pulls the other foot and tucks it up under her. And you realize that she's just sort of like hovering in midair, and sort of like sitting crisscross applesauce style about 3 feet off the ground, just carrying on this casual conversation with a group of other Wyvern riders.
I want to talk to Sam Smorgle.
What did you say?
I heard I want to talk to Sam's pork roll.
there was definite chip residue in your mouth during the beginning of that sentence, and I didn't understand any of it. You're gonna have to repeat it.
Nope. I'm just gonna go talk to this lady because she seems relevant.
Okay.
This definitely relevant person, and not some random person that exists off to the side.
Yeah. Well, so what do you do? How do you approach? What's your play here?
You new in town?
So you,
God.
Walter,
No, no.
walk up and go, "You new in town?" in the middle of her conversation.
No.
Okay.
We'll I'll like wave to get her attention, like, and then like like pleasantly wait, like try to politely wait for her to like
Okay.
finish her conversation.
You're like, she does like see you. She says something to the group she's with, and then she sort of like drifts over towards you guys. Her feet like kind of just lightly grazing the ground. She comes to a stop over to you guys, and she says, "Hello. I don't believe I've met any of you. So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
My name is Aura. Who are you?"
We are Alar, Brahm, Rowan, Oz, and myself, Walter. We are an adventuring group known as the Fool's Errant, and we were informed of your existence because you might know who just tried to kill us, or specifically who possibly hired somebody to try to kill us. Not saying it was
My
you. Just
word.
you should know everything in this area apparently.
I mean, I certainly make it my business to know the matters of the Wyvern's Roost. This is my group, after all, but I'm sure I don't have any dealings with people who try to assassinate other people.
Nobody flew in recently. Somebody on you haven't seen before. Human, probably.
She says, I mean, there are plenty of humans here. You seem a little confused about the nature of the Roost. This is not a dirigible port that flying machines come in and out. These creatures that we train and live alongside, we live here. This is our domain in and around the city of Zresa. We hunt the plains. We keep some of the larger megafauna from endangering the city's more populous center. We hunt for population control and otherwise act as stewards of the region. This is not a
Apologies, I'm
transit
from the
hub.
far north. I
She
forget
smiles.
how
She
things
says,
are down here.
"Yes, I can tell."
I lean over to Oz just so Oz can hear, and I go, "Unrelated idea for later. Pocket dirigible. Just remember that."
Got you.
So a human, unfortunately, we don't have a description for him. We believe a human man. Paid a group of a tabaxi, a tiefling, a human, a half-orc, and a halfling to assassinate us.
Well, didn't pay. Promised to pay upon success. They were unsuccessful.
Does a group of that composition sound familiar?
What is the source of your information that someone here paid a group matching that description to assassinate you?
It was one of the last things we got out of the
Halfling.
last person to survive. He did not survive.
And you trust this information?
They said this
Reasonably
is where they
so.
were going to meet the person that was paying them. So if nothing else, we trust that the payment was the most important part. And we hoped that maybe the deal was done here. And considering you are the person that seems to be in charge, perhaps you would have seen an eclectic group of people here.
Besides this.
As you kind of watch her like sky blue skin kind of like shifts to this like muted, more like grayish color, and her hair, which had been like sort of wispy flyaway, it kind of like sags down and like hangs around her face in this like dark sort of grayish curtain, as she has like a very perturbed sort of look on her face. Can you guys make a persuasion roll?
All of us?
Wow, I ain't persuading shit.
19,
Ah, balls.
which is good for me. It's a
11.
straight roll.
Okay.
Oh shit, I got an advantage on that. No, wait a minute, that's only talking to dwarves. Never mind.
27.
27. Okay.
24.
4.
Yeah, I got it.
Mine was a -1 on that, so that's a 2.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, I only have advantage when it
Awesome.
says you have advantage on charisma or persuasion checks made to interact with dwarves, not
So-
just in.
So you
not
rolled
just in
a so you
general.
rolled a what, a nat 1, and you have a -2 in
No,
charisma?
no. I have a -1 in my persuasion.
Oh.
So I rolled a 3. I have a 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
No.
telling me you rolled a -2.
No.
Okay. So
Man, I wish now. Shit.
she looks a little disconcerted with Ozris, who is
Ah!
who's just in the background right now, like with a
Screaming.
huge champion's belt on and still wearing his Dr. Octopus costume.
Just
Like
going
the
like-
rest of you, she kind of
Arms
looks
are
at.
very broken now.
Yeah, they're real bad. The rest of you, she looks at, and she seems to decide that you guys like seem sincere, and whatever else about your like appearance and stuff. You see her kind of decide that like you are trustworthy, and she says, "I did see someone here speaking with a group that matches that description. But the idea that this person was hiring assassins to kill whoever you people are is... I can hardly think of it."
Why is that?
Quick side question for the DM.
Yeah.
What was the name of the person that told us like we were to like figure this shit out?
Oliver. Oh, Shiv told
No.
us to.
No, not Shiv. The lady, the special lady that lives here.
Zrala, the speaker of the Free
Zrala.
Peoples.
Okay. So Walter will like lean forward as when she says she doesn't believe it. It's like, would it help if I told you we met Zrala the moment we came to this place? Without introduction.
We're currently guests of the speaker and are working towards a goal that she has for us, and this ties into that.
And we a little bit came from the other place. Forgive me, I keep forgetting the word.
She kind of like looks at you and she says, "This person who hired these would-be assassins, what are your intentions if you get your hands on them?"
Understanding why they did it. I'm
Information.
fully cutting off any potential violent words out of these people's mouths, given how she's acting right now. So I'm just trying to chill the room down a little.
She doesn't appear naive. She says, "Yes, but after that, do you have lethal intentions?"
Only if they do. I'd just as soon leave them in your hands. This is your domain.
She
It would be the
says-
first time we've turned over an assassin or two to the authorities, if they exist.
She says, "The person that you're looking for is a man by the name of Lazik. He is something of my right-hand man here. He is a exceptional tamer of wyvern, and I have known him for many years. That he is hiring assassins to..."
Have you ever seen him with a red feather?
I hold up the one that I
She's-
pull my necklace out.
I don't know that I can say that I have.
Or perhaps a ring with a red gem.
She says, "No. Like many of us, jewelry is not something we flock to. The glint of metal and other trinkets tends to be dangerous around the wyverns.
Another reason to do this peacefully, then, if possible.
She says, "You better come with me. Let's see if we can find him and figure this out."
You have our word. We won't be the first to make any moves.
She sort of like walks. The sort of like floaty, light air of her has sort of diminished, and she walks, leading you deeper into the wyvern's roost. She brings you into a large area that has several pens, like ringing the center of an open central area. In the area, there is what is very clearly an adolescent wyvern. In the center, it is sitting back on its back legs, and it is watching a man who looks to be in his probably late 50s. Very sun leathered skin, sort of wispy hair that looks like it is kind of holding on to the last vestiges of a sort of straw color that has gone mostly gray. He's very lean and sort of sinewy in nature, and he is currently sort of walking back and forth in front of this wyvern. He has a sack in one hand that you can see is dripping blood out of the bottom of it, and he has a little device, a little handheld thing that has a plunger on it. It looks like in his other hand, and he's walking back and forth, and the wyvern is following him. And as you guys walk up, he looks at the wyvern and he shouts what has the intonation of a command word that you don't recognize what the language is, and the wyvern stands up its hind feet and puts out its forelimbs and dips its head down, putting its the crook behind its neck kind of low to the ground. Holds that position there for a minute, and he gives another hup, and it sort of straightens back up. He clicks the thing in his hand. It makes this loud and then he reaches into the sack and throws a dead rat to it, and the wyvern snaps it up. As he does this, Aura comes up and she says, "Lazik, a moment, if you would. I hate to interrupt your training." And he turns around and he sees her and he sees all of you guys and he goes, "Fuck." And he throws the bag of rats at you guys, jumps onto that adolescent wyvern and kicks its sides, and it leaps into the air in your direction. And that is where we will end the session tonight.
I give him the finger.
And that's it. That's all she wrote. Woo! Okay, so
That was a lot.
it was a lot. Next week's session, Need for Speed Wyvern Edition.
Too fast, too wyvern.
Yes, so that is our session. Thank you before we take off again, of course, to Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. Thank you to our viewers at home who have been hanging out with us tonight. Dogs for life, as always. I saw xcat_darkness in there for a while.
I'm gonna say something.
Curtis is gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something.
Curtis is gonna say something. All right, everybody,
I'm
hold.
gonna
Curtis
say
is saying something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something like that. We don't get to say we don't get to say until this week for us personally, but we're gonna say it on. I would like to say it on stream. Is a very happy early birthday to our fucking DM
Oh,
here, our
yeah,
nice and
Jesus.
wonderful brother DM.
My birthday
friend.
was literally last week, the day of stream, and nobody said shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't care.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Well, it's our wonderful DM that does all this for us, that creates these worlds for us, and
Spry 57.
be a person for us to play. So I wanted us, as I feel like, as players before, and everybody else out there to say happy birthday
Well,
to.
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am turning 76 this week.
76, the old fuck. Pedialyte and gin. This
That's
Dogs
right.
for Life says happy birthday and belated birthday.
Pedialyte and gin on this guy. But yes, that's it.
Have a
That's really it before we
geriatric
go.
cocktail on us.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely like an old timey recipe for
Oh
something.
my god.
Yeah, cures my lumbago. Well, anyway, hey, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't really celebrate my birthday, so I
Doesn't
don't know what
matter.
to do
Too
about
bad,
that.
buddy.
But yes,
Our chance to good.
thank you
you.
guys at home
You
for
do
watching. Thank you, my players, for joining me as always. Stay frosty out there, everyone. We need a new catchphrase for the end of the stream. But join us next week. Join us next week. Same Lidl channel, same Lidl time, and we'll be here for some more D&D. And good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.